As you change within, by universal law, you will experience everything changing in your 3D as a byproduct of that change within. We all have that same fiery spirit within us when we allow ourselves to access it. Please tell me, why would you deny yourself the ability to have what you want? If you're watching this around the time that I'm uploading it, we are about to enter a brand new year. We are moving through a portal from one year into the next, according to the Gregorian calendar at least, and we can use this as a placebo to catapult ourselves forward into the new version of ourselves. Before I dive into this video, which is going to be amazing, especially at the end when I share what I'm doing specifically to solidify 2025 as the year that I completely upgrade to a new level, I want to introduce myself in case this is your first time watching a video on my channel. I'm Gigi, and our community is called the Journey Fam, and we're all about getting everything we want through conscious manifestation. And I highly recommend you join our free community, the Journey Fam group chat. The link to join is in my description. I can't wait to see you there. Now let's get into the crux of this video. There are some really important points I want to drive home before I get into the things that I'll be doing this year that I want to share with you and invite you to join me in. But I think it would be a shame to not talk about identity before we talk about techniques. And this is something I wish I would have had someone tell me 10 million times when I was starting my conscious manifestation journey. I do not think I heard it enough. So buckle up for this rant, grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, because this is my thought process on identity and manifestation that I think is a golden key that I wish I would have known sooner. When I think about upgrading my identity, I really just think about it as selecting a new version of myself from the infinite versions that are available in the infinite multiple realities that exist simultaneously at all times. In my opinion, it's really fun to entertain the multi-world theory because it allows you to not think in a linear fashion and to zoom out and think quantum. Think about how everything can change just by making a decision and sticking to it. But how do we stick to a decision and hold ourselves accountable to being this new version and making decisions as the new version and not reverting back into the old version of ourselves? Well, this is where I want to share what I am personally going to be doing starting in January. And I really think it's going to give me a boost to create momentum to solidify this new version that I'm becoming. And you guys are going to see it this year. I'm so excited for you to see my evolution in real time. And I want you to have the same kind of radical evolution. You probably already know, but it needs to be said again. We're not just doing something to get something. Personally, I have never found it helpful to look at conscious manifestation like a big fat vending machine where you're putting in your money by doing a certain technique and then pressing the buttons and getting your desires. It's never helped me to look at manifestation that way because then I just get impatient and I get aggravated when things aren't coming in a certain way at a certain time. So that's not what we're doing here. If you're watching my channel, I assume and intend that you are like-minded in this way. You are looking at things holistically. This is a way of life. We're going to continue to shift identities as we continue to choose new levels and new versions of ourselves throughout our entire lives. This is what makes life exciting, and we can have a really, really amazing impact on the world and on all the people around us by living life in this way. And it's going to be so magical to see how it all unfolds. You get to experience that with your 5 senses, not just in your imagination. However, it all starts by thinking fourth dimensionally. As Neville Goddard says, thinking from your imagination. Not thinking of what you want, but thinking from what you want. Thinking from what you want means thinking from the identity of the person who has what you want. And that is how you embody the version of yourself who has what you desire. Whether it's being a homeowner or having a certain type of profession or being a business owner or having an SP or meeting a new person who is the love of your life who you haven't met yet. Who is that version of you that is experiencing those things? And this is so simple, guys. Let me illustrate this for you. As a quick example, let's say you want to be a happy homeowner. What are the type of thoughts that a happy, grateful homeowner would have? No matter what comes up, house maintenance wise, I'm just so thankful I own this property. I love my neighbors. It's easy for me to pay my mortgage every month. And this is such a great investment. I'm just so happy that I'm in this house. So I intend at this point, I have made it abundantly clear that conscious manifestation is all about solidifying a new identity and operating from that new identity and not thinking of what you want as some far off dream. Conscious manifestation is not wishful thinking. As within, so without. As you change within, by universal law, you will experience everything changing in your 3D as a byproduct of that change within. Even if you don't see it instantaneously, you gotta persist, baby, because I'm telling you, it always pays off. And even if it gets darker before the dawn, it is always so satisfying to see what you want coming into fruition. And you do get to experience it with your 5 senses. You just need to make that decision 4th dimensionally first. I hope you enjoyed that little chit chat about identity and the importance of not relying on techniques as a means to an end. Now, let me share what I am doing this year to make conscious manifestation into a really fun game more than ever before. And I invite you to do the same. Every month, I am going to choose a technique that I am going to be focusing on and committing to. And I might change a little bit of what I'm doing along the way, depending on how I'm feeling, because I always prioritize my nervous system regulation and listening to my intuition if something doesn't feel right or it's making me miserable. However, I think we can commit to anything for 30 days. So January will have a technique, February will have a technique, March will have a technique. We're going to be cycling through 12 different techniques every month of the year. And it's all happening in my free community, and I will be sharing my experience. And I think it's going to be really fun to document the success that comes along the way from having this kind of childlike joy and curiosity and lightheartedness around manifestation and not making it into this serious thing with all these deadlines and all of these stipulations and requirements that we must meet in order to feel like we are powerful manifestors. We're not doing any of that. I will be announcing soon the technique that I'm choosing for January. And if you're watching this way after the fact, just join the community anyway. We welcome everyone, no matter when you join. Choose to surround yourself with people who really get it, who understand that things really get to be good. Things really get to be easy. Anyone who tries to make you feel like you're not consciously manifesting in the right way or like it's some kind of serious thing that you could mess up, they're misguided and I don't want you to listen to them. It's not about having a plan B. It's not about having a contingency plan and expecting in the back of your mind that all of this manifestation stuff is just never going to work anyway. No. The other shoe does not need to drop and you actually can get what you want this year. And no, it's not too good to be true. And to know that thing that you think is impossible is actually not impossible at all. And there are much crazier, grander things that have been achieved and accomplished throughout human history. Truly think about it. It's so silly to put anyone above you. There is absolutely no reason why you should be putting that person that you think is more special or beautiful or smart or accomplished on a pedestal, because you are made of the exact same substance and spirit as every other person on this planet. We are all children of God, the universe, and we all have that same fiery spirit within us when we allow ourselves to access it. So do not let anyone tell you that you are inadequate, incompetent, not good enough in any way. No. You're going to have a sky-high self-concept and not listen to all the noise happening in the world, because you're going to be so focused on being the version of yourself that has everything you want already and solidifying that with techniques that are fun and feel good. You are so loved, and this is the year where you are supported both internally and externally by a community of people who love you. And if you join my community, it's all love there. It's all support there. And I'm really looking forward to this experiment of focusing intently on one technique per month and just seeing where it takes us as a community. We can always shift our approach as time goes on, but I have a really good feeling about this. So I really hope to see you in the Journey Fam group chat. Leave any comments you want below on how you're feeling, what you're excited for in the new year, and I can't wait to see you in another video soon. Bye!